Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday yoga. We'll be starting in about a minute. And again, for today's class, you will need a block. You might need a strap, pillow that you maybe instead of a block, or something that's sturdy enough to be used as a block. And if you are ready to start a class, we'll have about a minute to go. But you can start lying down on your backs, getting yourself comfortable, relaxing through your shoulders. Maybe move your neck before you settle in. Just overall relax. So let's get started fully. So once you are on your backs, I want you to start paying attention to your breath and how it feels. Maybe noticing any tension throughout the body that you may hold. See if you can relax into those spots. If your palms are not turned up towards the ceiling, please do so. So turn them up, rotating the shoulders open, relaxing into them. And I'm noticing the belly movement. Your belly should move with every inhale, expand. And as you exhale, you want to push all the air out, feeling the belly contract. Maybe taking a mini pause at the end of your exhale before you take another inhale. Trying to even out our breath here. So go for 4 to 5 beats each, or whatever feels comfortable. If slow or if less of an inhale, maybe 3 counts is better for you. Feel free to do that, whatever works for you. So we're trying to incorporate our breath into every movement we make while we practice yoga. So you have that mind-body connection, being aware of your body as it moves and how it's moving, and not pushing yourself past your limits. We'll take another 4 nice, even breaths. Trying to expand the belly as much as it's comfortable, pushing it down towards the floor a little bit too. One more nice long breath. And then slowly bringing the hands onto your body here. You can bring your feet onto the floor if you like, or you can keep them straight, whatever works better. I'm going to bring the right knee towards your chest, so pull it gently in. You can use both hands or one, whatever feels good. Pull it in, feeling the stretch in the back of the leg, a little bit here. And then slowly start circling it. Just gentle circles just to warm up that hip joint. One way. And then go the other direction. And making it as big or as small as you like. And then gently pulling the knee back in towards your chest. Whenever you're ready, grab behind your side. And then stretch the leg out. So I don't want you to hold onto your knees. Just hold onto your side. Or if you can safely reach your calf, just relax the shoulders. Flex your feet, push the heel up towards the ceiling, and gently pull the leg towards you, feeling the stretch in the back of your leg. Let's take 2 more breaths. Again, keep nice and long breaths. Even inhales, even exhales. And then slowly bending into that knee again. Pull it closer. And then gently let the knee slide towards your armpit. So opening into the side, maybe feeling the stretch on the inner thigh here. And then gently stretch the leg out. Not completely this time. You're gonna grab either our big toes or the inside or outside of your foot into a half a baby. So hold on to your foot, whichever way it's comfortable is. Or you can use a strap. This is a great way to use a strap again. So wrap it around your foot. And then keeping the knee open towards your armpit or almost towards your elbow, I would say. Flex the foot and pull the knee down towards the floor. Don't lift through your tailbone. See if you can ground the tailbone down towards the floor and just pull the leg down. Whatever works. Let's take 2 more breaths. Opening into our hip. And then gently bring the foot in towards the center of your body. And then gently cross the leg. So if your left leg is straight, please place the foot on the mat. And then crossing the right ankle over your left knee, pushing the knee away. The right knee pushes away as you're trying to lift the left leg and pull it over to you. And you can use your thigh, or behind your thigh, you can try to reach through your leg and towards your shin bone. So pull that in. Keeping that right knee pushing away, or you can even use the hand if you would like. Just gently push, nothing forceful here. Trying to stay easy here, just not anything forceful. Relax into the shoulders. Last breath. Hold that knee a little bit closer to the left knee. And then gently releasing the leg towards the floor. Releasing the right leg, foot on the floor. Again, you can keep the right leg bent or you can straighten out, whatever works better for you. And then left knee comes in towards your chest. Pull it in, breathe. Relax into your shoulders. Last breath in here, pull that knee as close as you can. And then gently start circles. So release that knee a little bit and start circling one way. You can use one hand or two, your choice. Keep on breathing evenly. And then reverse, go the other direction. Feeling that, or you can even picture your femur, your bone into the hip socket, how it's moving as you're circling. Sometimes visualizing is a nice way to make it work a little bit better. And then last circle, bring the knee again towards your chest as close as you can, pull it in, feel the stretch, maybe not, or maybe yes. And then slowly stretch the leg out. Again, don't grab your knee, underneath or above, wherever feels comfortable for your shoulders, relax them. If you want to use a strap, another way to do that is a strap. Only one hand's going to hold the strap as you pull it in. Stretch the leg out. Push the heel towards the ceiling and toes towards your face. Breathe. And gently release. Grabbing your knee. Okay, you can keep the strap on if you like, or just pull the knee in and open it towards the armpit. So strap can stay on if you're using a strap. And whenever you're ready, start straightening that knee with the strap or without. If you're using a strap, make sure that the strap is on the inside of your leg, not the outside. So pull that leg down. So knee down towards the floor, keeping the tailbone pushing towards the floor. Straightening through the knee gently, pushing the heel up. And the knee is still bent, so half a baby. You're still having the knee bent, just pulling the knee down. Trying to align your knee and your ankle. So don't have the ankle in front of the knee or behind, so no straightening the leg. Just pull that whole hip down towards the floor, opening. Last breath. And then gently bringing the knee in. You can remove the strap if you have it. Crossing the left ankle over the right knee, and then push the knee away. You can stay here. This is, go in a stretch that you feel in the side of your left hip, or you can start lifting through the right leg, pulling it in, either through again behind the side, or coming, grabbing the shin and pulling it in. Breathe, relax the shoulders as much as you can. Breathe into the stretch, feeling it in the outer side of your hip, left hip. Last breath, pull that knee a little bit closer, see if you can deepen it. And slowly releasing. Both feet come to the floor, kind of slightly apart, and your hands come to a T. Palms are again facing the ceiling. And we're going to allow the knees to fall to the right. On an inhale, exhale, bring them back to the center, and inhale to the left. Keep on breathing, or if you prefer breathing any other way, with exhaling as you're letting the knees fall, whatever feels right. Let's do it 2 more times on each side. Just simply gently twisting into our spine here. And even though stretching a little bit more into the side of our hips. So matching the movement to your breath, whichever way you prefer. Next time, you're going to stay on your right side. So allowing the knees to fall and just hold. You can always hook the right ankle over the left knee 1 more time and just allow yourself to get deeper into it. And no pain, there should be no pain. Just simple, feel nice stretch through the side of your body. Maybe into your hip a little bit here too, especially when you're having the ankle over that knee. Last breath. You can always look to the other side and your knees are facing. Unhooking that ankle, bring the legs back in. If you need to be aligned, feel free to be aligned and then allow the legs to fall to the other side. Looking towards the right, knees towards the left. You can hook the ankle over the knee, but you don't have to. And breathe. You should feel nice stretch. I feel it right in here in where my hips end and become my core. Some of it feels down here as well. And gently twisting into the spine. Breathe and relax into it. And then unhooking that ankle. Coming back to the center. Bring your body back center. Bring both knees towards your chest. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. And we go 1 more time. We're going to open the knees wide towards our armpits. Pull them in. And then if you can, grabbing your feet and pull them into this time a full happy baby. Trying to push the tailbone towards the floor. Stay here for 3 breaths. Just pull both legs down. You can use a strap again. Make sure you're breathing, trying to keep that breath that you set up at the beginning of the class. And slowly bring the feet together. Push the knees apart, holding onto your feet. Push those knees apart and gently bring both knees in, holding onto the shin. And then you have 2 options how to come up into a tabletop. You can either start rocking back and forth until you come up to seated, or you simply turn yourself to one side and push yourselves up. We're going to come into a tabletop. You want to align yourself with the knees and your hips in the same line, your wrists and your shoulders in the same line. I want you to constantly pull in the belly. So now your back is not hanging down. Keeping it pull in some nice straight backs here. Taking a few breaths, just engaging that core, pulling the belly button towards your spine. Nice long necks. Making sure you're not looking up so you don't create any creases on your neck. Just simply straighten the neck like someone's pulling the crown of your head towards in front of you. And on your next inhale, we're going to let the belly come down towards the floor. Look up into a cow. And as you exhale, pull in the belly button, tuck in the tailbone, look down towards your belly button. 3 more rounds of cat-cow at your own pace. Matching your breath to your movements. And see how much you can really stretch with every round. Maybe you can get a little bit deeper into your stretches. Your body opens up a little bit more. Really push if you were in a cat, push the palms into the floor. Stretch the space between your shoulder blades. And once you finish all your rounds, you're going to stay in your neutral spine for a moment again, trying to reach through the crown of your head forward, pulling out belly. This time we're going to start looking sideways. So we're going to push our hips to the right and look to the left, looking towards your left side as your head. Inhale, center, exhale, the other way. Feel free to move anything that wants to be moved, so don't stay rigid. Let the hips go. Feel the stretch again in your side of your body. One more time on each side. And then coming back to the center. We're gonna open our knees wide here, keeping the feet together. And this time we're gonna open. So your right hand stays on the floor. And you're gonna inhale, open up to the side, like you're reaching. And as you exhale, come underneath your shoulder and reach far back. There you can bend the elbow, keep those hips high. Go again, inhale, open up. Exhale, reach under and shift the hips back, but up. Keep them up towards the ceiling. Stretching through the upper body one more time. Reach. And open up one more time and maybe hold it open here for 2 breaths. And slowly. You need to take a break, sit back in the child's pose for a moment. Or maybe move your wrists. And then let's come back now. We're going to do it on this side. So left hand is pushing into the floor. Knees are wide. Push. You can even push a little bit into your top of your feet, into the mat if you want to be a little bit more. You're going to inhale, the right hand reaches up. You open up towards the ceiling as far as you can. Again, no pain. And exhale, slide the hand through. Keep those hips high. Just slide as far as you can. Inhale, open up. Exhale, slide. Inhale, open up. And slide one more time. Inhale, open up. And slide. Last time you keep it open for 2 breaths. Reach the fingertips, squeeze the shoulder blades down one way and together. And exhale. Sitting back in a child's pose for a moment. Reach your fingertips forward. And then keeping your elbows on the floor, you can bring those hands behind your head towards your neck. And simply stretch a little bit here into your triceps. And simply releasing the hands forward, coming back into a tabletop. We're going to bring the knees together, curl the toes under, making sure your wrists again are underneath your shoulders, not ahead but in front of them. Curling the toes under. Opening through our fingers, so make them wide on the mat and push them into the floor. Traction them forward like you're trying to slide the mat forward, but you're stuck. Now sit back. You want to feel that traction forward. You'll push your body back. Lift the knees and then slowly straighten them up. Downward dog. If you need to move your feet further back, feel free to do that. Don't move your hands. Start paddling the feet here. Your creases of your elbow or the inside of your elbow should be lifting and pushing up towards the front. So let them lift like they're trying to look forward on your fingers. Push both heels down. And whenever you're ready, we're gonna come shift our weight forward into the plank. Here in the plank, gonna hold it. Pull that belly in, squeeze your glutes. And when ready, you can either use your knees to lower yourself down or you shift your weight forward and then lower to the floor. Hands come onto your mat and we inhale up into a cobra. So squeeze your glutes, lift up, hold it here. Squeezing our glutes. Last breath. And we're gonna curl the toes under here. Pull the belly in, pull the belly button in, lift your hips off the floor, and then lift yourself up into the plank. Perfect. Hold it here. Low plank. Squeeze the glutes. Now pushing the forearms into the floor. Maybe walk your feet a little bit closer, bend into your knees, bring those feet closer, pull in the belly, and then keeping the elbows on the floor, come into a dolphin. So push the hips up. Last breath. And then either you can lift yourself up into a downward dog from here, or you can put your knees down. Come up onto your hands and then push back. We're gonna go one more time. So from a downward dog into the plank. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, and as you exhale, lower yourself down to the floor. Inhale into that cobra. Curling the toes under, pulling the belly button, lift the hips up into that plank on your forearms. Maybe walk your hands a little bit closer. Bend into your knees, walk your feet a little bit closer, keeping your knees off the floor, and then push up into that dolphin. And whenever you're ready, either coming back onto your knees and into your hands and into downward dog, or just simply use your hands to lift up into downward dog. And the last time, we're going to come forward into the plank. We're going to start walking the feet towards the front of our mats. And I'm just going to hang in here. There's a little bit more intensity involved in that one, so take your time to slow down your breath. You can use your block. Block should be in front of your mat, so if you need to put it there, take your time to do it now. Here we're gonna hang for another 3 breaths. So allow yourself to just relax. You can move if you like, whatever feels right and good. Bending into your knees or straightening them out. And there's no good, and there's no right or wrong in yoga. It is whatever your body can and wants to do. So listen. And one more breath. Then we're gonna, on your next inhale, you're gonna slowly walk your hands on your shin towards your knees, straighten those backs. Gently straighten the knees, but don't push them completely straight. Exhale, lower back down. And inhale, slowly come up all the way to standing. Exhale, hands down. So we will do some vinyasa just to warm up our hips a little bit more. So whenever you're ready, ground through your feet. You're gonna inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, fold forward, straight back. Try to practice your straight back as far as you can take it. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards those knees, straight back. Exhale, lower down, hands on the floor, or fingertips on the floor. Bend into your knees, lift the left leg, and step it back into high lunge, or low lunge, to be honest. Hands on the floor. We're gonna hang in here for 3 breaths, just to sit into that lunge and open through your hips so you can stay down. You can come up with your leg. Really sink deep. Feel the stretch through the groin there. And then pull both palms, come onto the palms, come onto the floor, and you step back into that plank. Inhale here, and as you exhale, shift your weight forward, or place the knees down, lower to the floor. Inhale into the cobra, upward dog. Exhale into a downward dog. We're gonna walk our hands forward towards our feet. Exhale, pull yourself as close as you can. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straight back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips, knees straight back. Exhale, knees bent, fingertips on the floor this time. Step the right foot back. And get in there. If this is too much, you can always place the knee down at any point. Just let the hips open. Let's take 2 more breaths. Let yourself sink down. Hands to the floor. Step your foot back. Come into nice plank. Pull in belly. Squeeze the glute. Hold it here on the next inhale. You're going to shift your weight forward and down to chaturanga, or knees down. And chaturanga, keeping elbows close to your body. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog. Squeeze your glute no matter where you are. Curl the toes under and push into the downward dog. Walk your hands forward or jump. If you feel like jumping today, you can always jump your feet forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straight back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up. And exhale, lower down. Make our way one more time. So inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards the knees. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Step your left foot back. Left foot back. Try to straighten through the knee as much as you can. Hips towards the floor. We're gonna inhale up into that low lunge. Okay, 1 more breath. You can always be down as an option. And as you exhale, I want you to lean forward. Okay, so nice long body, hands are here. If your shoulders are screaming at you, feel free to bring your hands to your heart. This is going to be a little bit more of an intense part of the movement, so feel free to just not go as fast or just do one or the other. So from here, we're going to shift our weight forward and then bring the back foot forward into a chair. So sink down, tuck in the tailbone, hold. Now step the foot back into a lunge. Lift up, a little bit of back bend. Exhale, lean forward, step the foot forward. We'll do it 2 more times. So you can either stay in your chair or your lunge pose if this is too intense. Lift, exhale, chair. Sink down, tuck in the tailbone. Last time, inhale, and exhale. You're going to inhale, lift all the way up, and exhale back down. Let's go 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips up. Exhale, lower down, step the left foot back. One more time on the right leg. You're really working our front quad here, so right quad. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, and come down to the floor, next to your foot. Step the foot a little bit closer to the left foot, and then whenever ready, shift your weight forward and see if you can lift the leg up. So somewhat balancing, you can use the block if it can be too low. If you don't want to grab the floor, hold. Lift the leg as high as you can. Pull your body down towards the standing leg. And then slowly bend the front leg, lower the back leg down, and step it back. Turn the toes out towards the side of your mat. And since you're here, I want you to align your front heel with the inner arch of your back foot. Maybe put the foot a little bit further back. And then windmill your hands up into warrior two. The block is still in front. All right, here, we're gonna inhale, lift the front toes, straighten the front leg. And exhale, hands through the heart and push them out. Inhale, lift, straighten, and exhale down one more time. Inhale, lift, and exhale, push up. From here, we're gonna inhale into reverse warrior. And as you exhale, keeping the legs stable, we don't change anything. We try to reach down towards the front of our foot. Go again, inhale back. Feel the stretch, maybe you can walk your feet a little bit further. And then floor, reach. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale back up. And from here, you're gonna try to come into a half a moon. So maybe step your foot a little bit closer. Really engage the front leg. Start shifting your body forward. Grab onto your block. And lift up. You can start with a hand on your hips. We'll be here for 6 breaths. So this is our balancing today. So breathe. If you have your hands on your hips, once you feel like you've settled in, start opening through the hips so your toes are facing the wall in front of you or the space, so they're up parallel to the floor. If you feel comfortable enough, start reaching the hand up and twisting through the torso. Hands can be on the floor. Last breath. A little bit more heat. And then bend into your front leg and gently come back down and into that reverse warrior. Come back into the warrior two. Twisting the back toes forward, hands to the floor, step your back foot forward, and hang in here for a moment in a forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale down. Before we start on the other side, we stay in a mountain pose for a moment. We're gonna inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, we're gonna twist sideways. Inhale, center, and exhale. Or you can just have your hands side to side, just gently twisting and moving. Just to kind of relax a little bit, let them relax. Relax. Whatever feels good. You can even have your hands behind your head. Whatever. All right, last breath. You can give yourself a hug if that feels good. Open and close. And then let's get ready for the other side. So we're standing on top of our mat. Inhaling, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees. Exhale, lower down. Step the right foot back. I'll go this way so I'm seeing. Right foot is back. You're gonna get settled in here on an inhale. Lift up into that high lunge, or you can be down. And whenever you're ready, if you have your knee down, lift it up. We're gonna step the back foot forward into that chair, tucking the tailbone. Inhale back into that back bend. And exhale in. If you want to just do chair for 2 breaths and lunge for 2 breaths, perfect. And forward. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step it forward. Perfect. Let's go one more time. Inhale, lift back. This time the hands will come down either on next to your foot or on the block in front of you. Still walking the back foot closer, straightening from the front leg. Lift it up. Pull yourself down towards the leg, standing leg. Lift the leg as high as you can. If you need bent knee, feel free to have the knee bent and lift through your knee. Whatever works. Last breath. And bend the front standing leg and let the leg come down to the floor. Turn the toes out. Align your front your front heel with the inner arch of the back foot. And then windmill yourself up into that warrior 2. Here, we're gonna inhale into that back. Oh no, sorry. Inhale, lift through the front foot. Straighten the front leg. Exhale down. 2 more breaths. And last time. Inhaling back, hand comes up. Exhale forward, right angle. Try to get the toes on the floor. Fingers are inhale back. No change in your legs. They stay the same way as they were in warrior 2. You're simply moving your upper body. So be aware of your movements. So last time, inhale back. And this time, you're gonna come forward into that half a moon. Push yourself up. And you can start with hands on your hips. And go down. And once you feel comfortable enough in that balancing here, start opening through the hip. Like you're between 2 glasses. Flex your foot, reach through the heel. And start opening through the chest if you can. Last 3 breaths. And can reach up if ready. Pull in the belly. Core give you stability. Slowly bending into the front leg. And I'm going to exhale last time. Exhale. Windmill hands forward, toes come forward. You step back into the plank. Lower yourself down to the floor. Inhale into that cobra. And exhale into a child's pose. So we are in a child's pose. And one more time. If you're ready, you can bring the elbows to the floor. Forehead is on the floor. You can bring those hands behind your head towards your neck. Walk your elbows a little bit forward and feel the stretch in your triceps. But if this is too much, you can just simply stay whichever child's pose you like. Let's be here for another 3 breaths. Trying to slow down our breath because we moved quite a bit. A little more fire in our bodies, more heat. My body is very overheating right now. So stretching the hands forward, reach, look there, and slowly walk yourself up. Wow, that was a little more heat than intended. All right, let's get into some stretching part now. So let's come seated. We're gonna bring the right foot inside of our left thigh. Make sure your front foot is nice and flexed. Straighten your backs, pull in the bellies, opposite arm. So left arm's gonna reach, wrap it around your knee and twist. towards that leg. So we're going towards the leg and twist into it. Breathe. We'll stay here for 4 breaths. See if you can twist a little bit more with every exhale. Inhale back center. And then twist a little bit more to the other side, just for 1 breath. Stretching the leg out. And this is the time that you can use your straps if you like. Wrap them around your feet and gently pull yourself up. Before we pull up, I want you to sit straight and go as far as you can with your straight back. So it's like hinging your hips back, like you're just going to be standing. Once you no longer can be straight, you can round it. And again, you can use your strap, but I don't want you to be actively pulling yourself too far down. Just allow the body to do its own stretching, very relaxing. Just breathe. This is the time to slow down your breath. Last 2. See if you can pull yourself a little bit closer. Just but again, no pain, no extreme pulling in any part of your legs or lower backs. And then gently walk yourself up. This time the left leg gonna come on the inside of your right thigh. Sit nice and tall. Right hand's gonna reach around that knee. Twist yourself open. And if you need to have the front knee bent, feel free. It doesn't matter what happens here as long as you are pulling your knee towards you and you're twisting into it. Breathe. Last breath. See if you can twist a little bit more. Inhale back center. Grab the knee with the opposite and just twist the other way for a moment. And then we're going to release. We're going to stretch into our quads here in a half a hero. So for that, you can have your pillow underneath your bums, or you can use a block, or you don't have to use either one of them. We'll do half a hero. So I want your knees, your heels and your feet. So your sole, the top of your foot is on the mat. The heel is up right next to your hip. The front leg is straight, or if you need it bent, that's fine too. Just lean back, feeling the stretch in here. If you know that you are very flexible, feel free to do a full hero, which means both feet are like this. And you're just simply trying to go back onto the floor. Breathe. Depending how tight your quad muscles are, your front of your thighs are. If this is too intense, you can always come onto your back and do the pushing the hip forward like this stretch. So either way is fine. Last breath, so like this. Push the knee towards your bum. Push the hips forward. And then release. So here we're going to sit to the side. Release the leg and then switch them around. So you have option of just coming onto your forearm and just push the hip forward. Or if you're sitting in a hero, the floor is doing the pushing for you. So all you do is trying to come back to the floor. And you might find differences from side to side. Breathe. Try to breathe into that stretch as much as you can. Again, it should be zero pain. Just gentle, nice pull, no pain. We don't want to pull any muscles. And then slowly walk yourself back up. And release the leg. Stretch. You're going to come down onto the floor. And you want to have your strap ready, or anything that acts as a strap. And we're going to lie down onto the floor. We're going to bring our right foot into the strap. And your left hand is going to be the one holding the strap. So right foot, left hand. The left leg needs to straighten out. Can be slightly bent, but not very bent. And then we're gonna keep both hips on the floor and simply allow the leg to come sideways. So we challenge all these muscles on our leg, our glute medius and our quad muscles and all those things. So we're trying to stretch into them now. Straighten the leg. Ooh, feel the stretch and gently pull across. No hip movement there. Hips are staying glued. You want to feel the stretch on the side of your leg. One more time, lift it up towards your face, straighten the leg, push the heel up and cross. Ooh, stretch, stretch, stretch. Last breath. Gently bring the leg back in, bend into that knee, and then switch the legs. This time the right hand is holding the strap. Stretch the leg, and then come across. And keeping both hips on the floor, try to straighten that knee without locking it. Push the heel up, toes towards your face. Relax the shoulders. Breathe into the side. Leg stretch. And bring the leg a little bit closer to your face and then across a little bit more. Straighten that knee. Push the heel up. And then gently coming back center, release the foot. Okay, rid of the strap, bring the knees towards your chest. Let the knees fall in just for a moment. It's nice to come into a constructive rest. Let's stay here for 4 nice long breaths. Noticing the heat we create in our body. And then slowly bring the knees apart, walk your feet up towards each other. Stretch the legs. One more nice stretch for the side of our body. So the hands will reach up on the floor above your head. You can grab your, let's grab your left wrist, but gently. And then start yourself moving your upper body, start sliding it towards the right side. While you're holding on to that left wrist and gently pulling the hand up. Once you reach the point where you feel this is good, your both shoulder blades are on the floor, nothing's lifting on the upper body. Now you start walking the feet towards the right side. And once you find this is it, you can also add a little bit of the ankle crossing, so your left foot crosses the right ankle. And you will feel this intense stretch on the side. For me, it's intense, maybe it's not for you. But you want to keep both shoulder blades on the floor and both hips on the floor. So you're not lifting at all. You're simply a banana. You're just sideways. Gently pull that wrist. Gentle stretch. You might feel a stretch behind the armpit. Maybe a little bit into your hands. Move your fingers. I feel into my lower back and my core. And I'm gently unhooking that ankle if it's unhooked. Walk your feet back in the center and then slide your upper body back in as well. Try to see if you can realign yourself so you're nice and straight. Now we're gonna grab the right wrist, gently pulling it up and over, and then walk your body down to keeping both shoulders on the floor. Remember, it's key. Just pulling gently on that hand. Once you reach the point and start walking the feet, ooh, it's tighter for me. So again, no pain. There should be zero pain. You want to have hips on the floor as well. And if you need a little bit more intensity, feel free to grab that. Put that right ankle over the left one. But again, it's not necessary. See, I'm not feeling it on this side, so I'm not doing it. I'm just breathing. I feel extreme tightness. Try to send a breath into that spot. This is one of my favorite yin poses. Banana pose. Maybe you notice as you're breathing gently into it and that it's getting a little bit better and less intense. Again, no pain. And then slowly walk your feet back in. And once the feet are in, slide the upper body in. And that's it. So this is it. Let's start in a Shavasana. So it is time to finish the class. So it is 12:55. So if you don't have the time to stay in Shavasana, feel free to just gently give yourself a 5 breath before you get up. And if you can, just gently stay here, relaxing your shoulder, turn the palms back up towards the ceiling, let the feet just open up. Just grow heavy on your mat. Just feel the heaviness settling in. The heat and the movement we've created should make you nice and allow you to be nice and relaxed. Breathing in to the belly. In and out through your nose. Trying to shut your mind down. Just noticing the breath alone. You can count the breaths, or you can also just notice the sensation it's creating in your nose as it comes in and out. Just trying to let go. Feel your body growing heavy. Your hands are just sinking down into the floor. So is your head and your chest, your hips, your legs, your feet. Everything's heavy. And relaxed. We're slowly going to take another breath in. Exhale through your mouth. And one more like that. And then gently move your toes, your fingers. Maybe open your eyes. Circle your ankles, your wrists. And bringing the hands close to your body. Inhale, bring the arms up and over. Reach. Just have a little bit of stretch here. Maybe move a little. Bringing the feet onto the mat. Turning to one side. And whenever ready, take a breath or two before you push yourselves up. Just need it. Or whichever comfortable position you like to sit on. Doesn't matter. On your knees. We're going to take another last 3 deep breaths of this practice together. And we're going to inhale through our noses and exhale through our mouths. So we can let it all out. Take all the in good. And exhale all the bad. All the stresses of the day. Inhale the goodness. Exhale the stresses out. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me on this Tuesday, and I wish you a great rest of your day. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Let me know if this is too fast for some of you, if you would prefer I'm playing with the ideas of maybe trying maybe a little bit of yin yoga, which would be just stretching yoga, or the combination of fast and slow. So I would like to some feedback. You can either email it to Lisa, or she can give you my email, or send it here. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you next week. Bye, everyone.